of this. So we're still working out some of the logistics. Okay. Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Abbott, and I'm second vice president for the member clubs, which means I'm the person to come to for all of the relationships between our various clubs, among our various clubs, and with our various clubs with Falco. Thank you first to Janelle for her putting together a buddy program and finding each of you a buddy, and for her support over the years, and hoping that she will stick around for a long time. And today, together with Miling Kunst, our president, we'll be telling you a bit about how Falco can help you to make even a bigger difference in your club, your community, and the world. Falco is made up of international women, like all of you, who share and who care. And in this presentation, we will see how. Anyone recognize anyone in the photos? I particularly like the fun Water Target Project initiative on the corner. Okay, to start, Falco has 3 faces, and today we will learn about the opportunities that each one provides. First, there is Falco, which you'll find on all of your, the logo on all of your materials, serving Americans overseas, overseas Americans in the international community. It's a network of American and international clubs overseas. The Falco Foundation is its philanthropic arm. You've just received a pin, so you can add that to your collection. And FAUSA is the Falco Alumni USA Association. So anyone, if you're American returning home, or if you're foreign going from a Falco club to the US, you can also belong to the FAUSA organization. First of all, Falco women, they care about their clubs. Therefore, they actively share best practices and resources, both to face-to-face at the regional meetings and like these days at the annual conference, and through our virtual clubhouse called our website. Did you know that Falco has an online best practices library? How many people know that? Ooh, how many people have contributed? Okay, wow. They also host information sessions, and they participate in club development workshops. Did you know that Falco will send an expert to your club or regional meeting to talk about UN, US, or global issues, or to give your club a club development workshop? Has anyone of your clubs received a Falco expert for some kind of an information session? Okay, we'll be hearing more about those later. And this year, actually, Falco clubs hosted 7 presentations, mostly on U.S. tax and banking, because that just happens to be a hot issue this year. Also on our Target Water project, and a presentation on your water footprint was another area. And there was also a new webinar on conflict resolution. So you have this possibility in your club. Here we have Margaret Speckman, who is the tax and banking chair, giving a presentation in Berlin, that was. And here we have another Region 2 meeting up in Stockholm this year. Falco women not only care about their clubs and their local communities, they also care about the world. And I think that's what distinguishes Falco clubs from other women's and international clubs around the world. The DRF, through the DRF, the disaster relief funds, these provide relief for people in areas that are hit by natural disaster. Most recently, we opened a DRF for a New York City community after Hurricane Sandy. It was a project that was proposed by AWC Antwerp. Clubs also come together for a Target project. How many people have heard about the Target project? Okay, whoa. So you know about that one. It creates awareness and also raises funds for a specific project in a target area. The new Target project will be announced soon, and past projects have been water. Water and wells in Cambodia, and before that there was a Target project for malaria, and it was collecting funds for nets. Falco women also care about the world through the Falco Foundation, You can join the Falco Foundation session on Friday morning to learn more about their work. The Falco Foundation is funded by club and individual sponsorship and donations and fundraising. Fundraising. So it looks like on Friday night we will have fundraising with the theme of the White Knights in White Satin. Has anyone seen this? Yeah. Okay. The NEED Scholarship Program also provides funding for education and training of women and nurses in Burkina Faso. And this is a photo of one of the participants in that program. There are also education awards that are open to members and their children and grandchildren. Falco women care about the world also by getting involved with the UN issues through Falco's UN status. Did you know that Falco UN reps attend UN meetings in New York, Vienna, and Geneva, and that you can be a UN advocate at your club or join your local UN organization as a member of Falco? Please attend the UN session to learn more. How many of you went on the tour yesterday? Okay, that was really interesting. Okay, so we're part of it actually made me feel quite proud that Falco is a part of this, as recognized by the UN with our consultative status. And actually, our consultative status means that we can attend meetings, we can submit opinions to the council, and we have also responsibility. We have a responsibility to submit a report every year detailing our activities in support of UN initiatives. And this is why we ask you to list the community services that your club is involved in, even on the local level, on your club profile, so that we can collect that data to prepare our report to the UN and maintain our status. A particular highlight last year was when Falco participated in a UN Rights Council. We heard about them yesterday. Their 18th session, Women and the Right to Water, a high-level panel, which was in 2011. This is a picture, 2 years ago, I guess now. This was Erica Higbee, who is the UN representative in New York.
Can I just say something about Erica? Erica is right now, the reason she's not here, she's the task force chair for ending violence to women. She's not here because she's in New York attending the CSW meeting, the Committee on the Status of Women. And she's going to be blogging and sending us articles kind of as she's going along, and the blog is on our conference page, it's also on the website. So we can also participate, but that's really, it's the exact same time, it's 2 weeks.
Oh, just too many things to do. Too little time. Falco women care about the world also by getting involved with Falco's activist task forces. With a focus on women and children, Falco supports projects in the area of human rights, the environment, health, and education. 2 of Falco's current task forces collect and share information with Falco members on ending violence against women and children and the environment. The other 4 task forces help Falco members help each other, and you'll be hearing about those shortly. The reason I said the current task forces collect and share information, because there's also the possibility of proposing a new task force. The task forces reflect the passions of the members of our individual clubs. So you can either join a task force that already exists, or you have the possibility of proposing to initiate a new task force. We bring task forces, they collect information, you can bring it back to your club. Your club can also initiate, either join on a task force to work on these issues on a global level or propose a new one. Circle. Anything else you would like to add on?
No, I was just going to say it's really easy. If you do have a passion and you see that we're not working on it, go ahead and propose it to us. You know, talk to me, talk to Monica, the 3rd VP. In 2007, when I came to Lyon, or 2008, when I came, I saw that we didn't have an Ending Violence for Women task force. So I proposed it, I got a co-chair, and the board voted, and that's how that task force was started. So, you know, definitely bring your passions to Falco.
It's a place, it's actually a platform, it's a container where, let's say, passions can grow and thrive. So you find a network, an infrastructure of women around the world who can take your passion to the next level. Oh, so we've seen that women, Falco women, they care about their clubs, making their club stronger for the future. They care about the world. And actually, as Janelle mentioned at the beginning of your introduction today, we also care about each other. We are all living international lives, and as we know, that's not always easy. And the help and support we receive from other international women makes us stronger and makes it easier for us to be able to give back. So first of all, as we mentioned earlier, it was interesting, around the circle, as we were introducing ourselves, most of the members who've been around mentioned the importance of the friendships that they've developed through this international organization. So one way we can care about each other is by making good friends and to being there for each other. I happen to live in a city where everyone, all roads end there. And so I often get people coming through. I just had dinner with the president of the Languedoc-Roussillon Club on Friday night before coming here, so I often get people coming through. And it's a wonderful way to reach out in a new city and look up somebody who's a Falco, a person, a club member, or a representative or president. And they're usually very welcoming, and will give you a helping hand. We also care about each other through supporting, through our task forces on education. There's an Americana program that's become quite successful. It helps us to teach our children, for the American members of your organizations, of your clubs, it helps you to teach your children about American culture. So that's something that's quite a task to pass on if you don't have some kind of a support. There's also a task force under the education area on learning differently. People have children with learning difficulties or any kind of disabilities. It's very difficult when you're abroad. So we have a task force that you could go to for support and information. And there's also, actually Sally, who's here, was heading up the college guidance area under our education task force. It's also very difficult to get information on colleges and the college application process, etc., when you're living abroad, and we have a task force that works on that. Also, there's Sharing Cultures Task Force. I don't know if you've seen the Day in Our City. It's an area, so every club has put in, if you were to come to my city for a day, what would you go to see? So we're sharing cultures in this way. And Arlene is here, I think. They've started a new Sharing Cultures activity in their club. So she's using that as a pilot project to share with other clubs. There's lots of expat resources. The Falco Foundation gives out education awards for the children and grandchildren, so all those grandchildren out there of members, and they're between $1,500 and $5,000 in different areas. For our American members, Falco advocates for the rights of American citizens and their families. Participating in the American Overseas Week in Washington. You'll be hearing more about that from Lucy if you attend her Saturday morning on U.S. issues, if you're American. And we are collaborating as well with other groups of Americans overseas to bring concerns, in particular the concerns of American women, to Congress. We receive our members when they go back home or when they go to the U.S. through FAUSA, our alumni organization, and you'll be hearing more about them over the next few days as well. So, what is Falco? Our past. It was founded in 1931, 7 clubs, the older members here, veteran members, list them. Anyway, it was recognized by the UN in 1995 and awarded this consultative status to ECOSOC. We heard about ECOSOC yesterday at the UN as well in 1997. It's one of only 3,000 NGOs, things like the Red Cross, Boy Scouts, Médecins Sans Frontières, so it's quite an important status to have. Falco continues to fight for the rights of Americans overseas as well.
One second. See the lady in front of the podium? She's our founder. She's Caroline Curtis Brown. She's from AWC London.
It's like, wow, another life. I've been recording.
I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, so that's why she's there. We always have her picture with us.
Right. Okay. And our present. organized into 4 pillars of FALCO. The member support pillar provides skills, tools, and practical support to better serve your club members and your community. Our U.S. issue pillars provides a bigger voice in Washington for the American members in your club, the advocacy that we were talking about in the collaboration with other organizations that are promoting the rights and interests of Americans overseas. Our philanthropy and global issues pillars provide lots of opportunities to make an even greater difference in the world through our UN work, task forces, Target Project, the Disaster Relief Fund, and the FALCO Foundation. Future, what will the future take? We will hope to be increasing the relevance of FALCO to the membership to clubs, so we're inviting feedback at any time, in any way, to hear how you think that FALCO could be, let's say, more relevant to your club. We're moving forward in little baby steps sometimes, and sometimes big leaps, to be, let's say, harnessing this new technology, which will allow us to share and grow and thrive even more together. We'll continue to support the UN Millennium Goals and working towards a better world, and continue to advocate for the rights of Americans living overseas during these rather volatile and changing times. And who is FALCO? So now you have, oh, that's what I didn't print. Okay. I will print for you a copy of this so that you can go around with your name, with a name sheet on it with photos of all of us. Nina just introduced everyone. I think we introduced everyone.
We introduced everyone.
Yes, except for Leslie, who unfortunately or fortunately, anyway, was not able to